3M all-weather flashing tape 8067 sticks on contact without priming and stays stuck on a winter day as cold as 0 degrees Fahrenheit and in the hot summer sun. The thin, low-profile backing seals against nails and staples to prevent moisture intrusion with less thickness buildup than typical flashing membranes. You'll have no concern about liquefying, bleeding, or melting in contact with most building sealants. And as you will now see, 3M flashing tape 8067 is engineered for installation productivity. This will be a best practices approach, since one video cannot address all construction conditions, all window manufacturer instructions, or warranty requirements. Let's step back to the start. A typical WRB house wrap over exterior sheathing fastened to a wood frame. To begin, cut the WRB horizontally just under the header. Then, from the bottom quarter where the sill meets the jamb, cut at an angle up to the center of the window opening. Repeat the cut on the other side. From the center of the header, cut down to the angled cuts. To expose the header, cut the WRB at an angle upward from the corners of the header and jambs, creating a flap. Fold the flap upward, exposing the sheathing, and tape it temporarily in place. Fold the right side flap into the window opening and staple it to the inside wall. Repeat the procedure with the other flap. Fold the bottom flap across the sill through the window opening and cut it to be flush with the outside edge of the sill. Cut the first length of flashing tape based on the width of the window opening and the width of the tape you're using. For example, if the opening is 30 inches wide and the tape is 4 inches wide, you will cut a 38-inch length of tape. This is based on the formula that the length of the tape is equal to the width of the opening plus 2 times the width of the tape. In other words, if you use 6-inch wide tape, you'd cut a strip of tape 42 inches long. Center the tape under the sill so that the extra width extends equally on both sides and the top edge of the tape extends above the sill by an inch. Create a 1-inch flap by cutting the tape in each corner, and then fold the flap down onto the sill. The width of the tape on each side of the opening will equal the width of the tape that will be applied vertically along the jambs in a later step. For now, you will need 2 more lengths of tape cut to the width of the window opening, 30 inches in our example, plus an extra 12 inches for a 42-inch total. You can use the 6-inch markers on the tape as a guide. This extra 12 inches does not depend on the width of the tape, as in the first length you cut. Center one piece over the sill between the jambs so that the extra 6 inches on each side will go up the jambs and 1 inch of tape overhangs the exterior wall. Cut the overhang in each corner and fold the tape down over the outside wall, burnishing firmly for proper adhesion. Apply the second strip of tape over the first, overlapping the first by at least an inch as shown here. The second strip should not extend beyond the interior face of the framing and does not need to extend all the way to the interior of the window opening. With the aggressive adhesive of the tape, the sill should now be watertight and ready for the window. If the manufacturer requires a bead of sealant between the window flange and wall prior to installation, 3M polyurethane sealant 540 seals tightly and resists cracking for long-term reliability. Plumb, level, and install the window in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions. Some manufacturers require that you follow their instructions to maintain the warranty. Now cut 2 strips of tape to run vertically along the jambs. Tape length should equal the height of the window plus 2 times the width of the tape you are using. That probably sounds familiar. As with taping the sill, you want the tape to extend beyond the window dimensions to a distance that is equal to the tape width. Note here in the finish installation how the vertical jamb strip aligns and completely overlaps the horizontal sill strip. The overlap helps ensure a reliable seal. When applying the jamb strips on each side of the window, press firmly over the nailing fin and onto the WRB. Next, apply tape to the header. Cut the tape to equal the width of the window plus 2 times the tape width. In other words, 30 inches plus 8 inches, so that the header tape will extend an extra 4 inches on each side, same as the sill. But here's a difference. Add at least another 2 inches for the header so that you have at least an extra inch on each side. Fold the WRB down and trim it so that there is no contact with the window frame. Then fold it back up and out of the way. Apply the tape over the nailing fin and sheathing with an extra inch extending on both sides beyond the jamb tape. Finally, use 3M all-weather flashing tape 8067 to seal the cuts in the WRB. There you have it. That quickly, that simply.